Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is me. This is I. This is she. Ooh, Rosie Rosette. Let's get into it. Paris. I was talking to someone today about the Golden Triangle in Paris. If you ever been to Paris, why don't you guys drop down and let me know what exactly the Golden Triangle is? You know what? I might give you guys something. What do I have to give? I'm gonna have. I mean, I got a lot to give, but I don't know exactly what. Okay. Anyway, so you know what this means. You know what it means. It means we're about to check up on the COVID. Listen, so I had to do a drug test today, right? I'm not gonna say for what. Okay. I don't do drugs, so I'm not really worried about it. So I had to do a drug test today. The lady, I know my stats because I deliver it like at least once or twice a week, okay? Before, when, I was at home all the time or whatever, I was doing it, every other day, if not every day. So I pretty much know the numbers, the stats. I'm a numbers person, whatever. When I told the lady who took the pee or whatever, she was kind of, I like to soften people up, okay? I understand you're at your job, but you don't have to be so militant with me. I understand it's a drug test. You know what I'm saying? I can pee. She was like, okay, do this, don't do this, don't flush, don't touch anything, don't wash your hands. I was like, okay, jeez. Okay, that's like the fifth time. It's like the fifth time that thing has fallen today. I've made 5 videos, and in every video, that darn light has fallen. So guess what? It's going to stay there. It's just going to be like a little child. Okay, now put it up. You know what? I don't know. It's spirited. There's something about this one. It's spirited. I don't know. I guess I keep kicking it or something. I don't know. See this right here? I don't know how to tighten it up. It won't tighten up. Jesus Christ. It won't tighten up. See? See what Amazon is cheap. I don't know what to say, honey. I got another one. I saw another one for $24.99 at DD's. I think I'm gonna have to get. I think that's gonna be my Christmas present to myself. Or tax write-off. Hey. Anyway, so she did not believe me when I was like, this 36,000 people contracted the virus within the past 24 hours, or the day before. She was like, no. I said, yes. I said, I report on this almost once a week, and it's 26,000 the day before, but 36,000 in the past 24 hours, or the past 48 hours. I said, there's 299,000 people that have died from COVID. I know my numbers, okay? Unless I'm getting this straight from the CDC. 36,000 people died this weekend. I'll just put it like that. Today's Monday. 36,000. Well, actually, no. 60,000 people. No. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Alleged. Woo, let me erase that. 60,000 people contracted the virus. Not died. 60,000 people. Let me make that clear. 60,000 people died from, I'm going to say, not, oh, Lord, why do I keep saying that? 60,000 people contracted the virus from Thursday till Sunday. All right? Not died, they contracted the virus. 299,000 people passed away from COVID since they've been taking numbers in March. 300,000 people. 300,000 people. It may be 299. We're going to round it off. I'm not trying to put any more deaths that needs to be. Okay, let me just say 299. 299,000 people have passed away. I don't want to put any more deaths because if it was up to me, I would wish no one else would die. No one else. If we could stop it right now, if they could do, if they could send off all of the vaccines to everybody else so that no one else would die from COVID, this world would be better. Hopefully, by March of next year, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. You just don't know. What the heck? So is this the COVID molecule? That's the COVID molecule. Ew. Mm. Looks like bacteria. So, ooh, look at all these. So this is the COVID molecule. That's disgusting. So the lady at the dental office, now listen, I rarely, I rarely sit in public areas. That was before COVID, okay? I don't like to sit in public areas because the bacteria on people's butts, mm-mm. I used to drive people around, and I would have a white sheet on the back of my seat. White, cocaine white, okay? Not a sheet like a blanket, a soft blanket, okay? By the end of the week, it would be like a gray. Ever since then, no. And you know what? It's not just bacteria. It's also dye. Like I brought like all of these jeans, these black jeans, right? They're $3.99. Everybody knows I'm a hoarder. Everybody knows I'm a shopper. I know why they're $3.99. From one, they got all cut up. They would break apart on my thighs. Okay, I have gained weight, but also the dye. Oh my God! And I have light seats. Thank God I put towels on my seats. I don't sit on. I don't like sitting. I don't even like sitting on my own in my own car on the surface. No, I put towels down so that you can wash a towel. You can wash and bleach a towel. You can't wash and bleach a seat. I will never in life get light colored seats again. Ever. Ever. I guess I could get seat covers, but still. Twice one video. It's gonna stay there. It's going to say I can't. Whatever. It is what it is. I hope it doesn't catch on fire. Okay, let's get to. I hope it doesn't catch on fire. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay, so images. Oh. All right. You guys, this is gonna catch on fire. The fuck? What is going on? So December 13th. Okay, so the day before, December 12th, it was 36,000 people who contracted the virus. December 13th, 35,807 people contracted the COVID virus in California. Look, do you see it? Wait, let me make it plain for you, honey. 35,807 people on December 13th. Let me get this thing up because I do not need a fire, honey. I do not need that type of. Not living in an apartment building, honey. Not during COVID. It would not be. The Red Cross has enough going on. I'm just going to turn this off. Figure this out because obviously. Turn it off. Okay. I think one is enough. Anyway, so 35,000 people. 35,807 people contracted the virus in the past 24 hours. So again, all of this is from Thanksgiving, okay? This is the aftermath from Thanksgiving. So we have the aftermath from Thanksgiving. Then we're going to have the aftermath from Christmas and the days leading up to Christmas. Then we're going to have the aftermath of we're going to have the aftermath of New Year's Eve. And again, I see all these people. I saw this one woman. She's like my sister-in-law. I used to date her brother back in the day, a long time ago. Were we engaged? I don't know. Anyway, she had a family game night. Nobody had on masks. No one had. It was like maybe 20 people. I didn't see not one mask in the picture. Not one. Not one. So, I'm not knocking her or whatever, but damn. Why are you guys getting together on a game night? Maybe something I don't know. I don't know. Um, I understand family needs to get together, but we're in a pandemic. So what if one person in that gathering of 20 people, maybe more, had COVID? It's possible no one had on a mask. So it's a possibility that, someone else may get infected or whatever. And it's like the whole house. I'm not wishing on that, but that's a possibility. But I guess people, they don't care. They don't care until something happens. I'm not wishing that on anyone, but whatever. Okay, so as far as California, so you heard what I said. It was 35,000 people, 35,807 people contracted the virus in the past 24 hours. Okay, I'm sorry. So on the 12th, it was 26,600. The day before that, it was 36,000. So within the past 3 days, 100,000 people in California. In the past 3 days, not count Monday, so let's bring back to Thursday. Past 3 days over the weekend, 100,000 people tested positive for COVID. In California, just in California, just in California. So, in California, there's 1.6 million people with the COVID virus. 1.6, 1.6 million. At least, let's just say 5%. 5%. So 10% would be what? 160,000 people in the hospital. 5% would be 80. 80,000 people in ICU, because if you go to hospital for COVID, you know, you're either going to ER or ICU or something like that. 80,000 people. So 80,000 hospital beds in California will be taken up because people don't want to wear masks. Because people feel like they are entitled to congregate with each other and meet for whatever reason. I mean, not for, okay, we don't need to attend any weddings. A funeral, I can understand. So if a funeral, everyone wears masks. Does that make sense? Everyone wears a mask. So if you have it, I have it, or whatever. Or if you have it and I don't have it, then I won't cross-contaminate you. Does that make sense? Okay. Work. Essential workers. I get it. I get it. But again, we need to shut down the nation, not the state, but the nation from Christmas to New Year's. Shut it down. Only thing that should be operating is hospital, the water department, and the electricity. Shut the grocery stores. Shut the bus lines. No one drives. Nothing. Like nothing. Just make sure that the water is running. Make sure that there is electricity. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Everybody else needs to stay at home. Shut down the downtowns. Google doesn't need to be. eBay, Apple, Facebook, nothing. Nothing, nothing. Everybody from home. From home, from home, from home. Anyway, that being said, so California now has 21,054 people who have died. 85 people died in California last night in the past 24 hours. I'm not going to say last night. In the past 24 hours of COVID. 85 people. 85 people died. I'm going to have to, I can't do this much longer because, anyway, 16.5 million people have contracted the virus. Contracted? Anyway, have caught the virus in the past 24 hours. 16.5 million people have the virus in the U.S. That's still not 10%. So I don't know if we're going to get there. I hope not. Hopefully the vaccine will come in time to save the rest of us. Okay, there's 184,000 people in the U.S. in the past 24 hours that has contracted the virus. 184,000. 35 of that 184,000 was in California in the past 24 hours. Okay? 20% of the people who contracted that virus in the past 24 hours was from California. That's saying a lot, Susan. Okay, so 300,000 people have died of COVID. 1,357 people died within the past 24 hours of COVID. The lady didn't believe me. The lady didn't believe me. Look at the chart. It's off the scale. Look at how it was flat, flat, flat. And look, the numbers are insane now. Like everyone needs to be at home. What? I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay. I think my blood pressure goes up. I really need to exercise. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Okay, Florida. I've been up since 3:52 this morning, so sorry. Okay, totals in Florida. 1.13 million people have contracted the virus in Florida. 8,958 people within the past 24 hours. Again, in Florida, 8,958 people have contracted the virus. In Florida, Florida has 19,865 deaths. 81 people died in Florida last night or within the past 24 hours from the virus. Look at I want you to focus in on the graph. Focus in on the graph. You see it was flatline, it went up, it went down. Now it's heading, it's trending up. Up. Let's go to Texas. Okay, Texas has 1.48 million people with the virus. 6,729 people have contracted the virus in Texas within the past 24 hours. Texas has 24,512 deaths. That's more than California. Texas does not have as many people. It's not as populated as California. So why do they have more deaths? I'm not exactly sure. They have 101 people died of the coronavirus within the past 24 hours in Texas. That's more than Florida and California. Okay? All right, let's do New York. New York. And they always have New York City. Okay, so first we're going to do New York City. Does that make sense? New York City, this is not the total population of New York State. This is only New York City. New York City has 364,000 cases of COVID. Within the past 24 hours, there's 3,211 new cases in New York City, not New York State. In New York City, they have 24,526 deaths total in New York City, not New York State, New York City. 35 people passed away in New York City within the past 24 hours. New York City. New York State. New York State, 790,000 people have contracted the coronavirus within the past. Total. In the past 24 hours, 10,027 people have contracted the virus. Okay? As far as deaths, New York State, even though it's not as populated as Texas or California, excuse me, I'm not exactly sure about Texas. They may be neck and neck or whatever, a few million, give or take, or something like that. But as far as California, New York State does not. I think California has 40 million. New York State, I think, has 19 or 20. Something like that. New York State has 35,288 deaths. 35,288 deaths. That's the most deaths per state capita than any state. Okay, but you remember back in March and April, again, I told you I have a friend who works in the ER in the Bronx or Brooklyn. I'm not exact. I think it's the Bronx. One of the two, somewhere in New York City, or in the. I don't know if that's considered. Anyway, he said they were eight. They were. It was red. People were redlining every 8 minutes. That's how often people were expiring. We do not want New York City to get to that level again. Again, New York City has 24,526 deaths. New York State has 35,288. Texas is right behind New York State. But see, on Facebook, people are going out, having parties, parlaying like there's no pandemic. I don't know about the educational intellect of people in Texas or Florida or Georgia or anywhere else or New York. I don't know. I mean, like in San Francisco, they were just out in front of Mayor Breed's, London Breed's home. What is it? Striking, nitpicking, protesting, nitpicking. Well, so what do you want her to do? Either we shut down everything. I guess they're like either shut down everything or shut down nothing. But what you're not going to do is, I guess people are not making money. Well, you know how it feels. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but no, I mean I understand. Like, how are you going to keep the malls open, but you're going to close the salons and the restaurants? Like, they made a mistake. They made a mistake. They should have kept it at a low capacity, maybe 10 or 20%, so people can make some money. Like for me, I missed out on it. I wasn't able to get my nails done, my feet done, and I have big ugly man toes, so I need a nice pedicure. I need a nice pedicure. I wasn't able to do that, so it is what it is. Okay, so New York State had 124 deaths. That's more than California. That's more than Texas. That's more than Florida as far as deaths. Let's look at Florida. I mean, let's look at Georgia, and then that's it. I'm done. Okay. Georgia has 524,000 cases of COVID. In the past 24 hours, they have 4,607 people who contracted the virus in the past 24 hours. As far as deaths, they have 9,781. Two people died in Georgia within the past 24 hours. I said that would be the last state, but let's look at Wisconsin. I really hate the fall because it gets dark so early. Okay, Wisconsin. They have 469,000 cases in Wisconsin. 2,965 people contracted the virus within the past 24 hours. As far as deaths, they have 4,344. 15 people contracted the virus within the past 24 hours. This is Wisconsin. Here's the graph, and here are the numbers.